Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you the best way to do the ice cave portal. You can see here that I am at almost 2,000 points, and honestly the ice cave is one of the more brutal portals just because of how many giants and how many hard enemies. And so with these multipliers, it's just unbelievably difficult. And I actually, in this recording, I barely make it in time. Don't quite hit that. I made it, but I barely hit that 25-minute mark. You see here the 25-minute timer. We're gonna cut it real close. Okay, so you open this door, and you got to kill all three of these guys. Luckily, you can do this one at a time. You don't have to aggro all of them. And this ice bow will use his skill a lot. Ice bowman will use his skill a lot, which is helpful to not take too much damage if you're going ranged, but and if you hide behind one of these doors, then you might aggro one of these guys. So it's actually kind of nice that I'm going ranged right now. And then for whatever reason, those guys aggroed at the same time. Okay, so that's the first room. As you can see, it gets really brutal at this level. You know, if you guys don't know how to do the ice abode, I do have videos on how to do the ice abode. And the enemies are no different in this than they are there. They're just stacked really a lot harder. But if you go watch those videos, you'll see basically how to kill each enemy, the most efficient way to kill each enemy. All right, then you got so I killed that ice bowman. I have this ice bowman. They just use their skill so often. It's actually kind of nice because then they're not hitting you as much. All right, so you can see here that I've got one archer, but then there's also that patrol over there. And so you want to kill one guy without getting the patrol to come see you. Which, again, if you've done the archives, that's not that hard. So here, I just use my fire to come get just that one archer right there. And I'm gonna get him and kill him. And you can see here, by running away, for whatever reason, I was able to aggro the archer and not the other guy. I haven't, that was kind of new to this recording. I haven't done the ice abode since to know, but I lost my fire stocks there. But I was able to, you know, split up that patrol, which is kind of nice. Okay, and then you got the Ice Hermit, which is, you know, at this level, it's brutal. We got almost 6,000 health. It's just very difficult. And remember, do not walk on those spikes. It's not like an Odin's Giant, where you can, you know, once they use their skill, you run right over it. If you run on those ice spikes, you're going to take the full amount of damage and the stun, and it's going to be brutal. All right, this guy's back from patrol, so we go ahead and, you know, take him out. And so we go ahead and take this guy out. Then don't have to open this door. You don't have to kill this guy over here. Sadly, you do have to kill this ice chief, so that's, you know, another 5,000 hit points you got to get through. And then you're going to want to open this door right here. You need to kill this guy. You gotta be a little lucky on that patrol. Sometimes he can end up being right there. All right, and then once you heal up, you get this giant to come at you, and you hopefully avoid the archer who's, you know, patrolling over there, not too close to you. Man, I let a lot of rat steps break in this one. There's something about this ice abode. It's just rough. And then that was lag. And then after you kill the patrol archer, you come over here, get this one archer. Again, these archers are kind of nice because they're always using their skills. So you just, as long as you're just dodging them a little bit, then you can do a lot of damage while he's charging up that skill. Now here's where I had a brain fart and I opened the wrong door. So do not open this door. There was a giant behind it. There's no reason to open this door. I was kicking myself. I opened, you know, that's an extra 6,000 health I have to get through. That was completely pointless, so don't do that. So open this door instead. Do not open that door. Then you got another bowman to work with, and then you got the ice raider who's sneaking in there a little bit. Got his little invisibility, and I threw my fire the wrong way. All right, all three of these guys need to be killed, so you can't get around them, but it is nice to try to kill them one at a time. All right. I'm killing the ice chief, and then we've got these two guys, both of which need to be killed, but they can be separated. And then you open this door to get, you're not quite at the boss yet, but you're getting close. And then you got these three guys hope, you want to get them. Again, this is just basic Frostborn, basic any of these top-down survival games. You want to get one person at a time, except for COS. It's a little bit different there, but all right, after you've killed the 2 little guys, you start getting on the Ice Hermit, which again is 5,500 hit points. I'm using the Dragon Bite, which doesn't seem like it's quite getting the the health bonus that I was hoping for, but it's still doing okay. I've been repairing a lot of Rastaffs for this, and so it's kind of nice to change up the pace a little bit. All right, and then once that giant is dead, we're getting really close. Still not there, but getting close. And we're opening this door, and we got an Ice Raider, and we got an Ice Swordman. Now, I don't know what it is about the Ice Abode, but sometimes you can reset enemies, sometimes you can't. You can see I'm splitting up enemies even when they're aggroed. I'm not actually meaning to do that. I'm not 100% sure quite on the formula. It just seems like there are parts of this thing that deactivate people, which sucks for the giants because it makes them heal. But it is kind of nice for these little mobs, and so I don't know if that's a glitch and it's gonna get fixed, but you can see here I'm just trying to finish them off. Okay, so this is the boss room. It's got the caretaker in it, and of course the caretaker summons his little ranged guys who all do a crazy amount of damage because every little minion in the game is stacked up. And so if I got hit by that, I would just be absolutely dead. You can see I'm at 55 health. I'm almost dead as it is. It is really brutal. And the key is, oh my gosh, I'm just so close to dying. But I did kill them before they killed me. And yeah, it's just really hard. So I'm hitting the caretaker as much as I can at a range. When he summons his guys, the trick is to get far enough away to where their skills are ready to go, and then when they're doing their skills, that's when you kill them. But then you can't let the caretaker hit you because he's gonna basically one-shot you. And so it's really tricky, and they'll one-shot you with their skill, so it's kind of tricky at this higher level. But most of you guys aren't going to be at this higher level, and it's just going to be like the normal caretaker. I've shown you guys how to kill the caretaker in many of my other videos. Go watch how to do the Ice Abode or how to unlock the Northern Zone. Any of those videos will show you how to kill a caretaker. But obviously they're not that difficult if they don't have 15 times the amount of hit points as they normally do. Actually, they can be a little bit difficult even early on, but obviously this is a whole new level. All right, and then once the caretaker's done, you're done. Get the 13 points. So that is the best way to do the ice cave. You can see that it is kind of brutal. Don't open that door that I opened with that giant, but other than that, that is the fastest path. You're going to be avoiding a lot of giants, a lot of enemies with thousands and thousands of health if you take this path. Again, I did open one door I shouldn't have, but take that path, go that route. Make sure to be careful with the caretaker so that you're not getting hit by him, because he'll just shred you, or you're not getting hit by the skills of his enemies. And ideally, you're killing them while they're actively using their skill. That way, they're not shooting you while you're shooting them. So that's the way to do the ice cave. For those of you who have not watched my other videos on the other challenges or the other portals, my recommendation is, if you are an intermediate player, if you have done Odin's and you're somewhat wealthy, you need to be going and getting you need to try to get to 1800. Okay, that's going to give you 750 points towards getting the season, but also getting a little bit above the season to get those extra chests. You're going to get some extra weapons here, but you're also going to get 30 marks and 500 silver. This is nothing for a free-to-play player, but this is amazing for a free-to-play player. This is really cool aspect of this season. If you're a free-to-play player, getting these is like, you have to be crazy rich. So it's not impossible for a free-to-play player to do this, but it is insane. Like, you have to have been rich already before this update. Like, you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Like, it's crazy. I mean, blowing through Rastaffs left and right. And I've got some of the best gear in the game, and I'm just blowing through so much. So you need to keep in mind that this is amazing and you should try for it if you want, but at this point you are going to lose a lot more resources than you gain. Now you can get an armored boar or an ice fox, which are skins of, you know, cool animals that have really cool skills. You might be like, I want it, you know, great. Go for it if you want it, but you're going to, just to let you know, you're going to be consuming a lot more resources than you spend. Getting to 1800, I think, can be worth it for those extra rewards and for just competing in the season. Also, getting these extra points gets you those extra chests at the end of the season, which could get you a fox or a boar. It's not as cool as this fox and boar looking. It's not as cool looking, but it has the same stats. So this is a very free-to-play season. They definitely have created their normal Kefir way of like having that exponential scale where it's, I mean, I don't know if it's even possible to get to 2100. I'm trying. I think it is possible, but it's going to be very difficult. But what I'm shooting for here is an armored boar. I'm shooting for an ice fox. Like, I'm shooting for things that are basically skins. The free-to-play player doesn't need to do this and can still get the same amount of stuff, which I think is a really awesome move by the devs. So keep that in mind. Here is attainable. Do it. If you've never done Odin's, then no, that's not even attainable. Maybe this is attainable for you. You've got to learn how to do Odin's. Maybe you could do this. Okay, so go watch my Odin's videos. Learn how to do Odin's. It's going to help you with doing the portals anyways. All right, guys. See you next time.